Welcome back to Dream Talk. I'm your host, Brian Ladd. Today is Sunday, May 9th, 2010, 9:50 p.m. Tonight we're going to be discussing three cases that we've gone over before, and I have a guest with me, and that is psychic Gale St. John. Gale, welcome.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you for being here tonight, and I know it's been a little while since we've actually talked on the radio together. How are you doing?
Doing good.
Good, I'm doing good as well. I know we've taken a little bit of a break, but we're back. I do have a new case I did last night. We're going to discuss that case tomorrow. That case is for Venus Rose Stewart. That was done last night. Deborah is familiar with this case, and she's also a local there, so she's going to come on tomorrow, and we're going to discuss this case in detail. Now, that case is posted to my website, and that's case number 865, and I'm not going to discuss that again tonight, but we will go over it in detail tomorrow. Gail, I know you're not familiar with the case, but if you'd like, you can come on tomorrow with us, and we can go over that.
I'll do my best. I'm not sure how things will go with traveling.
Okay. Speaking of traveling, I know that you got something going on tomorrow. You're doing a search, and then we're going to be discussing you going out to Texas to look for Gabriel Scott Johnson. So first of all, what are you doing tomorrow?
I am actually going to pick up Cindy from the airport, and we are going to be in Terre Haute, Indiana, to continue the search for Jack Barry.
Okay. Now, you've been out there once, correct? Or twice? Once or twice?
Once. And so this is our second time back.
Okay. Now, I know that Larry and Dalton and his team have been out there, I believe, twice now. I think you guys are searching in the same general area. Do you know what area they searched?
I'm not sure because they didn't tell me.
Okay. Well, I do have that because I did interview them, and I do have their search maps posted on the case file as well, and I'll send this to you if you'd like.
To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm doing my normal back to my blind drive, and I'm going, with what I see, and obviously they didn't find anything, so it'd really be pointless for me to follow their information.
Okay, well, no, I just wanted you to look and see if the area.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look at it, but I have to stick with what I've done.
Okay, now you said blind drive. Now, a lot of people listening probably don't know what that word means. Can you explain it? I mean, I know it was really popular during the Kaylee Anthony case, and you guys were dead on there. Explain that real quick, please.
Okay, blind drive is when I go out, I'm not really paying attention to streets or where I'm going or where I'm actually driving, but I'm going completely on feeling and vibration to find the person.
Okay. So you're not looking at street signs or anything like that. You're just feeling and driving. Of course, obeying traffic laws and stuff, but right?
Yes.
Okay, and I know sometimes you have Tamara drive for you, which is your daughter.
Right.
Is that easier for you to have somebody else drive?
No, actually, I find that it's actually easier for me to drive.
Okay. All right. Now I know we have some of your blind drive videos. I have Kaylee Anthony and I have Aji Desir. Now there's a few blind drives that you don't want to release yet. Can you say why? Why can't you release those right now? Or?
I feel that they would hinder the investigation or hinder, because the reason is giving out the location means that other people are going to show up, and it could possibly end up being that forensic evidence could be destroyed.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that to a case.
Okay. Fair enough. We did watch, well, actually millions of people did watch your blind drive video for Kaylee Anthony. And you guys did stop right where they had found her body. Unfortunately, they didn't pay attention to your blind drive video at the time. And I know you couldn't get in there for a lot of reasons. I know that's probably frustrating to you, but I mean, at least Kaylee was found. Unfortunately, it was months after your blind drive. How do you feel about that? I know it's pretty frustrating.
You can't make anybody do anything, but all I can say is, I try to obey the law and not, do things, and at that point, there was a lot of issues, and we couldn't get the permission. We wanted to search properties and do different things. So hopefully Yeah, in this case here, it'll be good.
Okay. So tomorrow you and your administrator, which is who? Cindy?
Yes, she's
Okay.
my case manager.
Okay, and she'll be flying in tomorrow?
Yeah, she's flying into the airport tomorrow. I'll pick her up, and then we'll go on to the Terre Haute, Indiana location.
Okay, and again, that's the search for Jack Berry. Now, there's been some pretty significant events in this case. I do know that a lead suspect was released from jail, correct?
Yes, and if anybody remembers right, that in some of the things he had said he was not guilty.
Okay. But the evidence points toward this person being involved, though. I mean, at least from what I've heard. Some pretty damning evidence, like blood in the vehicle. I mean,
But apparently, the the jury could not find him guilty. So for whatever reason, um, we we have to go with what was told to us, that he wasn't guilty. Jack Berry, during a remote viewing session, came and spoke actually through Travis. If you remember, anybody that was on our site heard this trans remote.
yeah, that case is on your site, and your website is listed on the screen, which is psychicgale.com.
Right. We did edit out the names because during the session that Jack spoke through Travis Sanders, named first and last names in a lot of cases.
Okay.
So we had to be careful.
Okay. Yeah. Now I have those transcripts, and I believe I have two audio recordings for you on that case, and that was the semi-trance you were doing. Is that what that was?
Yes. Yes. And so during this, he continued to say that, and I looked at the evidence and I would have to point the finger. But during this time of the semi-trance, it was said over and over that he was set up.
Well, he was really set up because they found a lot of blood. I mean, we're talking enough blood.
But how come a jury couldn't convict him?
I don't know. I don't know.
So there had to be some things that we didn't understand and we didn't know about.
Okay.
Obviously.
Right.
And throughout this whole thing, Jack Berry continued to say he was not the one. Who am I to believe? I was believing evidence. I'm being told otherwise, and then come to find out the jury couldn't convict him. Tells you something.
Yeah, and I wish you luck. You're going to keep us informed, right?
Absolutely. I'll let you know what's going on to search. You know how we work. You've been out on searches with me, so you know how it is. Mm-hmm. It's going to be sun up to sundown.
Okay, now speaking of that, now I met you actually in person working the Bryan Shaffer case. I actually drove out there to meet you. And that was interesting. That was the time that we were also filming a pilot for a TV show.
Right.
A failed TV show, but it was still a TV show. And that's a whole other story I'd love to talk about sometime, but it's just not right now. This is a really sad case because I met Randy, and Randy was a really, really